Hey there, Dave Heads. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be doing another triple reaction to the Dave Matthews Band. We'll be listening to the songs Mother, Father, The Riff, and Time Bomb. I'm excited to check these out as always, and I wanted to quickly give a shout out to you all who have been requesting so many amazing Dave Matthews songs lately. We have been really hitting our stride here on this channel, so I just wanted to express my appreciation to you all once again. It really means a lot that you all enjoy listening to Dave with me. Before jumping into this, let's thank Craig the Brilliant for making this donation request. And as always, Craig, hope you're well. Thank you for the support. But now, let's jump in, starting with Mother, Father. And apparently this song features Carlos Santana, which is so exciting.
Mother, Father, please explain to me why a world so full of mystery, a place so bitter and still so sweet, so beautiful and yet so full of sad, sad. Mother,
I can already hear the Santana influence.
so beautiful and yet so full of sad, sad. Mother, Father, please explain to me why forests march to deserts be, while snow-capped mountains melt away. What do we tell our babies? What do we say? Oh, Mother, Father, please explain to me how a man who rocks his child to sleep pulls the trigger on his brother's heart. He digs a hole right to the middle of this storm of hatred. Mother, Father, please explain to me how it could be so this world has come to be. A precious balance in between such cruelty and such kindness. Please, please, Mother, Father, please explain to me.
It's like, how do you reconcile all of these immeasurably beautiful happenings and occurrences, whether it's interpersonally or found in nature or in society, with all of the evil and destruction and despair found in those exact same places? It's hard, and to be a parent is extremely hard because children come into the world not knowing what's going on. They have no intuition, they have no knowledge. The parent has to guide them to safety and to fruition despite not knowing all the answers themselves. Mother, Father.
Please, please, Mother, Father, please explain to me how this world has come to be. Unequaled in her blessings, oh I see unbridled hatred so extreme. Please tell
Unbridled hatred.
Mother, Father, please explain to me how this world has come to be so twisted between time and dreams. Oh, Mother, Father, please explain to me.
Oh my God, and
What's all this talk about?
the feel change.
All this talk about it spinning down, 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 down. All this talk about endless words without nothing's done. Mother, Father, do you know?
I love those lyrics there, spilling down, 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 down. All this talk about endless words without nothing's done. I mean, it's so true. And you see this especially online. A lot of people, they talk and talk and talk, and you're saying to yourself, Sohum, you're a reactor. Isn't that what you do? Yes. So I'm not going to at least be hypocritical here. A lot of people talk, but they don't actually do much. They don't enact the things that they believe unto the world. They just have these luxury beliefs, and at the end of the day, the conversations that they have about bettering the world don't actually manifest practically. I see this a lot, especially with, and this is another like popular phrase, a lot of people love to virtue signal, especially, rather than improve their own lives and better the lives of those close to them. They'd rather have the appearance of doing right than actually do right. It's a weird backwards world we're living in, a bit dystopian.
Nothing's done. Mother, father, do you know? While one man's belly overflows, another sleeps in hunger's bed. Oh, we trade our world for a piece of bread. Oh,
Wow.
Mother, father, please explain to me.
Wow.
How this.
Oh my god, those lyrics are just washing over me. Why one man's belly overflows, another sleeps in hunger's bed. We trade our world for a piece of bread. Yeah, the differing circumstances that exist, and we have to reconcile that. Why are so many allowed to live in such destitute poverty
Rare worlds come to be.
when we don't have to?
A place so full of color yet overflowing, always in black and white, drowning in the waters of our mother,
The black and white, like removing the world of color. This constant need for just polarizing and making arguments extreme rather than nuanced and substantive. And interestingly, I don't know if you guys have like seen this, anecdotally or know about this empirically, but you can even look at like corporate logos, buildings and architecture, housing. Over time, houses used to be more colorful and creative. Similarly with like corporate logos, but as time has progressed, everything has homogenized into these like very easy to read black text logos. The buildings are all monotonous and the same, within like a grayscale palette. Things in our world literally are becoming more black and white.
drowning in the waters of our mother, father, please explain to me how this world has come to be, while still blessed in all the things we see. Such a sad, sad home for you and me. Come on, come on out you, come on out you, come on save yourself, come on out you, come on, we're taking our water, we're taking our water, we're taking our water, but you know we got the freedom. We got the freedom. There's no God above and no hell below. Oh, it's here with us. It's up to us to keep afloat. How this sweet world has come to be. Oh, to keep afloat. Mother, Father, please explain to me how this rare world has come to be. Oh, let the blue planet. Mother, Father, please explain to me. Mother, Father, please explain.
Oh, wow, what a song. I don't know how popular this song is. To me, it immediately strikes me as one of those hidden gems that just doesn't get enough appreciation. And it's so smart to put Carlos Santana on this track, because he is one of those guitarists that can just squeeze out all of the emotion you'd ever want to in a song that you're listening to. And normally if you listen to a lot of like Santana, I don't listen to the most Santana, but he was one of my guitar influences early on. And most of his music is just pure instrumental, and he still conveys that level of emotion. But when you have Dave, of course, singing these very, very powerful lyrics applying to all of us, it just works. It is a match made in heaven. I wonder how many Carlos Santana features there are across the Dave Matthews discography, because if there are a few more, we should do like a triple reaction to those, because I believe this is the only track of the three we're listening to today containing Carlos Santana. You can clearly tell I'm biased in Carlos's favor. God, what a great song. Powerful lyrically, love the melody as always, and the guitar work. Carlos, man. Let's check out the next song here. This one is The Riff. So which riff is it going to be?
Funny how time slips away, looking at the cracks creeping across my face. And I remember the little kid living in here. He'll be living here probably until I'm dead.
The kid inside.
Please don't leave me, baby. Please don't leave me yet. Sitting in a box away from the world out there, a world piled high with boxes just like this. Please don't ever leave me alone in here. Take me out, shake off the dust, shake off the fear.
Wow. So it's like the boxes are separating the inner childs in us from the world at large, and we're just constantly caged is like the metaphor I'm understanding here.
Please don't leave me, baby. Please don't leave me yet. You stay with me, that don't mean we gotta stay the same. Stay with me, baby, you and me could change the game. Well, I don't know the man that's living in my head.
Wow.
Till you reached down and brought the light back in.
It's a very light song so far. Heavy lyrically.
I don't know the woman sleeping in my bed. Remember how we used to kiss, baby? Kiss like it was everything. Remember how we used to love, baby? Love like it was everything. Stay the same. You stay with me, baby. You and me will make the game. You stay with me, I'll follow you, and we can start again.
I like that. It's kind of like a plea for, I mean, obviously, like, stay with me, let's be together, but it's also, please be patient with me because I am uncovering who I am, and being with you helps me get there. And oftentimes, like, as much like self-healing as one can do, and you spend years maybe working on healing yourself emotionally, the only way you can truly reveal yourself in some cases is with the external guidance and help of another. And if they're able to be with you through the trials and tribulations, then you can actually start again, having gone through all of those hardships with a fresh slate, but you have built that bond. And, not to bring like my limited chemistry knowledge into this, but there's I think it's a hormone called vasopressin that more and more of that gets released when you start collaborating through your own life struggles and become closer to each other. And then having made it over those hurdles, well, the vasopressin increased, and now you guys are chemically bonded to each other in a way that wouldn't have been possible if you had never solved problems together to begin with. And so if one of those problems looks like bringing out the inner child within us all, then that's what it looks like. And if we can be patient with one another, I think that would make for a lot more fruitful relationships.
Oh, you and we can start again, baby.
Not to mention oxytocin too. You need both.
Well, I only got a minute or two to spare, and I got a whole day of life to fit in there. So I waste time staring at the TV set, like I got dreams to kill and people to forget. Remember how we used to dance, baby? Dance like it was everything. Stay the same. You stay with me, baby, you and me will change the game.
Oh yeah. Let's go, Tim. That is lovely. Do 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 do. It's a nice riff for a song titled The Riff. They picked a nice one. And I'm definitely a fan of both of these songs featuring great guitar work, first in the name of Carlos, then Tim. And both of these songs as well, very profound lyrically. And I love the messaging in the riff especially because we have to change, right? If we stayed the same perpetually, our external circumstances are constantly changing. We can never know all of the pieces of information. If we were omnipotent, if we knew everything, I mean, then what are we doing as a human on Earth? Anything is possible at that point. But of course, we are fallible. Of course, there's always a level of information asymmetry as it relates to the broader world. And if we can be patient with one another to learn and teach and guide one another, then everything will constantly be an evolving, moving, dynamic organism. And in the context of a relationship, you should expect it to change because you as an individual will change. The person I was a year ago is a vastly different person than who I am today. The relationship I have with myself is, again, vastly different than the relationship I have with myself a year ago, 2 years ago. I know I'll have a different relationship with myself in a year's time, and I want to, because I know that if my trajectory is for personal growth, relationship growth, growth in every vertical of life, you have to change. You have to accept that, and you have to also accept the pain that comes with change. I like Dave Matthews, man. Oftentimes I don't speak too much on the lyrics, but I'm going to make an effort now to really dive deeper into the lyrics, especially for the songs I haven't heard before, and they never disappoint. Love the songwriting, love the messaging here. Mother, Father, and then the riff delivered. But now we have to check out Time Bomb. It's like a, what is that, Breaking Bad quote? You're a ticking time bomb, and I'm not intending to stick around for the boom. Love Breaking Bad. We got some cool rhythms happening here. I don't know where to count the one, I'll be honest. We're in quarter notes at least. Love that bass line. Very fast moving.
I'm a ticking time bomb, waiting to blow my top. No one would ever know, not until I blew up.
Do you hear Stefan here?
And no one would believe it, 'cause he was such a normal man. Shake their heads and wonder why.
It's like everything looks fine on the surface.
From the sky, well, what would that do to God? And would we put the weapons down, or aim them up at the stars?
Wow. You know, that sort of reminds me, so if Martians fell from the sky, what would that do to God? Would we put the weapon down or aim it up at the sky? It reminds me of two different things. The first is actually a reference to another song. This one is, I think, Ill Mind of Hobson number 7. He's a lyrical conscious rapper, and one of his lines was, "What if Jesus was a facade? That would mean the government is God." As a kid, I thought those lyrics were just insanely profound. They still are to this day, but with the Martians in mind, what happens if extraterrestrial life is found? How do people view religion, God? What does that mean for their identities? It's a very thought-provoking question. Okay, that's the first reference and little aside. And the second is, I remember seeing online, there was like a hurricane that was going to hit Florida, as it kind of happens so often during the El Nino seasons, especially where people were like pointing their guns at the hurricane in an effort to dissuade it. I think it was more of a meme, but I think a few people unironically started shooting their weapons at the sky.
Weapons down, or aim them up at the stars.
Some guy shot a drone out of the sky.
Oh, no one would believe it, except the fucking nut jobs. They'd laugh and cry, we told you so. terrifies you?
I did not think the song was going to go this way.
When will you hit the wall? Or are you gonna learn to fly? Well, no one would believe it except for all the people there watching as you fly away.
Oh my god. Fire. Bro, the guitar on these 3 tracks absolutely crushed. Love that. And similar thing can be said about the saxophone and Dave's performance. Really just everybody on these tracks putting in the work. And again, my focus then shifts because the music is always just so good. It now shifts to the lyrics because I was not expecting the song to go this way. Honestly, at the beginning, I was almost under the impression of it was going to be, let's say, an anger management related song of Dave feeling like, he's ready to snap, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready, but, underneath, he's dropping time bombs. All right, that's enough lose yourself references. And then here we get this repeated passage. Baby, when I get home, I want to believe in Jesus. Hammer in the final nail. Help me pick up the pieces. It's almost like I've tried to contend with the world, all of its uncertainties and the craziness that exists. Sometimes those who are crazy and the UFO believers, they get it right, and I don't even know what to think. And I'm at my wit's end with everything. Maybe it's best that I've now believe in Jesus, is it renounce, or it's the opposite of renounce? My camera doesn't agree with either of those. Let's say rebaptize myself in the faith of Jesus, hammer the nail on the cross myself, because that is how desperate I am to cling on to some level of faith. It's very, very interesting, and I'm sure there's even more depth to those lyrics there, but it really has me thinking early in the morning here, which, when this video goes up, it'll be late evening for you guys. But in any case, I hope you enjoy the reaction. If you did and would like to make a request yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link down below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.